Hello there, this is Melanie Blevins from News 120, and today I will be talking to you about the Lexis Nexis academic database. First and foremost, we'll have to cover some background information so we can better your understanding of how to use Lexis Nexis appropriately for all your future searches. The database itself was first introduced in 1973 by a company called Media Data Central. It was introduced along with a database called NARS, N-A-A-R-S, and was produced among 4 foundations, which made up the Lexis Nexis group before it was even produced online. These foundations were created starting as early as 1818, so this database has been around for a really long time. What you can use Lexis Nexis for is nearly everything. You can do news information covers from 1980 to today, legal cases from both the federal and the state level, however Lexis Nexis only includes United States court cases. You can look up company information. Company information does not have a time frame, but it covers nearly 43 million companies, so any company you'd ever want to look for is more than likely within this database. We can also research countries on any socioeconomic profile or news and people. So this database is specifically used for areas of academics and news, company information, and countries. And what makes this database unique is that it offers all this information for nearly anyone to see. So if you are looking for certain categories of information, you can find it very easily, and it even dates back to 1789 or earlier. It offers full text articles as well as abstracts, and anyone can find this database useful. So now that we've covered background information, let's show you around the home page so you as a journalist can better yourself and your career by finding credible sources. So this is the Lexis Nexis homepage, and as you can see, we've got all kinds of different boxes that we can search for. We've got news, legal cases, company info, country and people, and all the things I talked about in the background information that we can look up. So for example, let's type in a hot topic such as abortion. And we'll go ahead and select major world publications, and even if we wanted to, we could look at a particular paper. So if you remember an article being published, you can go reread that article if it's within the database. So we'll go ahead and select that, and we'll go ahead and press go and see what we get. Now, after the screen loads, there will be a list of all the different article titles pertaining to our keywords, which were abortion. So as you can see, we have, this is displaying 1 of 25 out of 992 pages. So our search term was rather broad. That's why it's just an easy search. So we'll just go ahead and select one. So we'll just select the first one here. Alright, so what's really nice about this database is that we can view all this information and about where this information came from. For example, this is the publisher. It came from the advertising, which is obviously an Australian publication. The date that it was published on was January the 24th, and here is the author, which is Tori Shepard. It has 632 words. And let's say after you have viewed this article and you've read it, by selecting the full document view as well as all the other options that you have, after you've read this article, and let's say you want to use it, all of your command tools are on the right hand side. We've got, copy and export and save, email and print. So for example, if you wanted to say print this article so you can have it as a hard copy and reread it later, you'll go ahead and select print. You'll select all of your options, your document view, your range, any other notes you want to add, your font types, and then just go ahead and select print. It's that easy to email, save, print, and all the other options for the other ones work nearly the same. So while on the topic of abortion, we'll go ahead and select court cases. So we'll just go ahead and type in Roe v. Wade and select go and see what we get. So on this page, you'll see a list of everything that pertains to Roe v. Wade, which is displaying 1 through 25 of 27 pages. So it's a little less than the other one. So anything that you would want to read about Roe v. Wade is right here. Also, what's nice about Lexis Nexis is that they will sort them by category. You can do U.S. Supreme Court cases as well as state cases like Louisiana and New York and North Carolina and South Carolina as well. So you have all these different other choices and all these different resources and authors. for your cases. So that's how you do a legal case search. But let's say you're not finding what you want to find. Everything is just too broad and everything is too generic. Well, we can do a power search, which will let you narrow down or revise your search if you're getting too many options. So for example, we will use what they call a Boolean operator, and there are many of them. They include and, or, not, quotation marks, asterisks, smiley face. However, quotation marks is probably the most used one. So for example, if we typed in abortion, just without any Boolean operators, and we'll select major world publications, and we'll select a segment as the country, and let's go ahead and type this in as US, and go ahead and press search. Clearly, there are too many topics in all these newspapers pertaining to abortion that there are just too many options. So clearly, by using a Boolean operator, we can refine our search to make sure that we're getting what we want out of it. So we'll just go ahead and go back. So we'll just go ahead and type in abortion and birth control. And by grouping these two terms together, it will find only these grouped words in articles and titles, which will help you revise or narrow down your search. So we'll go ahead and we'll press search again. And as you can see, we got a list as well. So we can go ahead and view these as we would what we came up from the easy search. However, let's say even this is too generic. Let's go ahead and view one to see if it's really what we need or not. So we'll go ahead and scroll up to the very top. And this is clearly just an abstract of what the article would be. Well, let's say this is not what we want. Even say this is too broad. We can even narrow it down even more if we wanted to by using other Boolean operators. So let's go back and type in abortion minus birth control. So now by doing this, it'll give us things with abortion, but it will not give us things about abortion. We'll go ahead and keep all of our other options the same. We'll go ahead and press search, see what we get. So now we've got articles about abortion that do not pertain to birth control. So let's just go ahead and select the wider access to Plan B. So we'll go ahead and select that article. So clearly this comes from the Washington Post, as I said earlier, how to identify the source, the date, and the author. But let's say you want to use this for your source, but you don't know if Rob Stein, the author of this paper, is credible. Well, the easiest way to tell if someone or something is credible would be to research the credentials on either the paper or the author. But more exactly, you should do both. You should see if the Washington Post has any sort of documentation of posting false content, or if Rob Stein has anything against him as well. Also check to see if they have any degrees or any certifications that make them credible as a source. That's probably one of the most important things as a journalist nowadays, to be able to differentiate between what is credible and what is not credible. So, as a recap of the Lexis Nexis database, we learned what the database is used for, how to use the database, and how to search for relevant content via Boolean operators. We learned how to save, print, and export and email records from the database, and we learned how to tell if a source is credible. So anyway, I hope you learned something about the Lexis Nexis database, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you.